Hello, everybody. GOZO Scope Periscope. How are you, man? It's been an awesome morning. I did a scope earlier today. I don't know if you guys were around. It was so awesome. We talked about the joy of partnerships. My name is David Trigg. Welcome, guys. Where are you guys from? Where are you guys watching this? Hope that you're enjoying this beautiful day. It's an awesome afternoon here in Long Beach, California. I think it's about 1 or 1:30. So how awesome. I'm here in my home office and just enjoying this day. Welcome. So glad that you guys are here. Please let everybody know. Hello, Jose in Texas. Welcome. Come in, open the GOZO door, and come right in into this afternoon scope. If you're here, give me some hearts. Give us all some hearts. It's not about me. It's about all of our community of joy. And I think that Periscope was made for us, because those hearts, what do they talk about? They talk about love. They talk about joy, And this is the GOZO scope, So those hearts, I'm telling you, I think Periscope must have been listening into our conversations, right, GOZO family? And because I'm telling you, there's nothing more beautiful, I think, than to express our love and our gratitude and our joy than those hearts on the screen. So, I've been thinking a lot about this idea of how we are ready to take that next step. And I call this scope today, this GOZO scope. It is time for you to take that next step and to realize that you are ready. You are already there. So let me tell you a quick story. Yesterday, I was studying at Starbucks here in the area, and I was preparing for Sunday. As you know, I'm a joy and anxiety coach. I help people live their God-given adventure to overcome crisis and to discover who they love. So I was studying because I'm also a pastor. So my day job, quote unquote, and my passion of my heart and my life devotion is to help people connect with God. And so I was studying this passage, and I had all my Bibles and all my books out there at Starbucks. I think I had some sort of iced tea, and then I had some iced coffee. It's been pretty hot here. And so this lady next to me, maybe, I don't know, her late 40s, something like that, she came and sat next to me, just there. And so we got talking a little bit about this and that. And she's like, hey, I see that you're reading the good book. And I said, yeah. And she's like, so are you some sort of, I don't know, she kind of knew what to say. And I said, yeah, I'm a pastor. She's like, oh, I better watch what I'm saying. Long story short, she was telling me that she's 50. Her name is Denise. Wouldn't it be awesome, Denise, if you were on the scope? Guys, let's go and find Denise here in Long Beach and invite her to watch this GOZO scope, because this is about her and her story of being ready. And maybe you guys, can hopefully learn from this example. So she was telling me how she's been single. She has, okay, let me tell just a brief story. There's a lot of good stuff. She was telling me that she's been single for about, I think, 2, 3 years. She was married, or no, she had a baby in high school, guys. A baby in high school, right? And now her child, her son, I think it was, her daughter is 30. So maybe even like 35. She said that she was in a relationship for 7 years, about 2, 3 years ago, that it ended. And since then, she's really committed to being pure and to not sleep around. I mean, this is a 50-year-old woman, and I'm a pastor, so she's telling me a lot of real personal stuff. And I feel comfortable telling you because I think there's a good point, and I'm not going to share any crazy details. So she was telling me, though, that a lot of people are hating on her, telling her that because of the mistakes in her life, that she will never marry again. And that really there's almost like no one out there that would want her anyway. Wow. I just felt, did you feel the weight of that? That's exactly how she said it. Like, people are just hating on her because of the mistakes in her life. First, I'm thinking, what mistake? You had a child in high school. Okay, obviously that's a tough way to start life. But her daughter now is 35, and I don't know. Maybe she's like a successful businesswoman or a lawyer or who knows, right? And plus, there's always grace in crisis. So anyway, so she was asking me basically if I thought that she should. Her first question was, do pastors get married? And I said, yeah, been married 20 years. I have 3 children, my wife and I. Long story short, she was feeling like her life wasn't going to end well. Now she's going 50. Thank you for the hearts, guys. Thank you. The GOZO hearts. I love those GOZO hearts. I think, again, like I said, Periscope listened into our conversation and came up with those hearts as a way to express love, because this is the Gozo and the love scope. So, long story short, I read her this passage. Maybe you can receive this truth into your life. Check this out. I was just reading this because I was studying this for Sunday. It wasn't like I looked something up really quick. I read this to her. You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. That just totally changed her. She's like, she started texting all her friends. She's like, I think God just spoke to me. Like, I need to get back out there and wait for the right guy. And I don't want a man who's going to be smoking, is going to be doing drugs, who has no jobs, who just wants to, wants my body. She had it all together, Gozo Nation. She was just struggling with the timing. I love the hearts. So awesome. Gozo hearts. Isn't that beautiful? Here she was feeling like she wasn't feeling this way, but that her friends and the comments that people were giving her were telling her that her light was dim, that her light was out. Check this out. I have a candle here on my desk. I use it to pray, and it's out right now. This is how people were making her feel. Instead of like, I don't have a match here, but if I was to turn this on, what would this do? It would create warmth. If this room was dark, it would light up the room. It smells delicious. But when you look at this just by itself, you're like, just a candle, and it's kind of black on the top, and it looks kind of old and done. That's what people were saying about my friend Denise that I met at Starbucks. But what does God say? You are a city set on a hill. You are the light of the world. Now, when Jesus was talking to these people, I love the hearts. Thanks, guys. Green hearts, Gozo hearts, red Gozo hearts. I'm telling you, Periscope stole our idea. I have my Gozo cup, by the way. My Gozo head is back there. He's watching over us. Anyway, so, she was feeling like her life was dim, like her light had just gone out. But God says, and Jesus was talking to a bunch of just regular people. Back in the days of Christ, he was telling all these people that were the poor, the lame, the broken, the lepers, the prostitutes, the young, the too old, the too poor, the I'm the wrong color, the I grew up in the wrong country, the I've made too many mistakes, the I'm not religious enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not holy enough. What was Jesus telling them? You are the light of the world. You are supposed to be on the top of the hill giving light to everyone else. And in fact, it says, your light will shine before men. Your light will actually be an example to others. And in that, Jesus said, you will give glory to God. And so I was telling Denise, all that you've been through is just the wood, the firewood to the amazing light of your life. It's just the ingredients that your life needed and has needed for you to shine bright and to give light not only to yourself and find the right husband and get married again. Actually, she's never been married. Get married, raise maybe a family with someone who's the right person. But not only that, but your example is going to give light to others. And to those people that doubt you, just love them. Give them your light. Lead, instead of like talking back and being mad at them, give them your light. Because who knows what your light will do to their darkness. Maybe you are the light that their darkness needs in order for them to come alive again. Isn't that awesome? You guys feeling the Gozo love, Gozo hearts? I love the Gozo hearts. And I think that so many times, and by the way, she was just like so encouraged by that. And she's like, were you studying that? I'm like, this is exactly what I was just studying. I was just reading this and you just sat next to me. And I don't know why we're doing this, but God meant it for good. And I got thinking about how many times when people tell us all this positive stuff, like, oh, you can do it, you can relive, you can redo your life, and all this positive thinking that's out there, it's usually met with our own inner resistance. We usually come up with all the 10,000 reasons why we cannot shine again and why our light has been dimmed because of mistakes, because of choices, because of things that others have done, because of people's opinions of us, because of maybe even our family trauma that we've been through. You know, here we talk a lot about anxiety because of fear, anxiety, depression, that all stems from trauma. So because of all those things, we often look at our lives as dim, as the light has been blown out. And not just for like a year or for 2 years, forever. And let's get real here. This is some real GOZO. People will go and end their lives because of that kind of a perception. And I'm telling you, whether it's bullying, whether you're 15, 25, 35, or 50 like my friend, bullying is real. And for us that are older, we don't call it bullying. We just call it negative self-talk or limiting beliefs or whatever you want to call it. It's the same kind of stuff. It stops the truth and it blocks that light. But what God says is that you, no matter your circumstances, you are the light of the world. You are meant to shine. Now, of course, we have to take the pieces of our lives, the broken pieces, and throw them into the pit, into the fire pit, I mean, or maybe the pit of hell too. But I mean to throw them into the fire pit. And a lot of times it's like I say, it's the grace that we find in crisis that is the stuff that then burns and that becomes a light that we are. So, you know, I hope that what I'm saying to you guys is ringing as true, because we have to believe what is true, and that is that you are the light. You are light. You're not darkness. You're not evil. You're not broken. You're not defeated. You are not at the end of your rope. You might feel all those things. People might tell you that stuff. You might look at your life, at that child you had in high school, at that job that you got fired from, or that bankruptcy that you went through, and you may think, there's no light left in me. But that's not true. Let me read this again. I want to close this GOZO scope here. It says, neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. Shine, guys. Shine. Let everyone see what you're made of, and that they will give glory to God because of what they see in your life. I hope that encourages you on this afternoon GOZO cast. And I'm encouraged by it. I've been thanking. Thank you so much, my brother Jose, my friend Brandy. Okay, great. Thank you so much for watching Brandy and Jose in Texas. Welcome. Glad to have you. Thank you for the GOZO hearts, the GOZO love. That's not for me. You know, I see a lot of people, hey, it's really, you know what the GOZO hearts are? It's for our community. Hello, Brandy. Glad that you're here. You know, the GOZO Hearts is really for our community to celebrate the joy and the love that is in this scope and really in this space. So welcome, Brandy. Welcome, Jose, and anyone else who can join in. I'm here every day, here from Long Beach, California, in the LA area, broadcasting this GOZO scope to give people joy and to help them overcome, especially fear, anxiety, depression, and to live their God-given adventure, to find grace in their crisis and to discover who they love. Thanks again, guys. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye.